Hey guys, Joseph the World here, and today, yet again, we're talking about another nonce. The man you see on your screen right now is Timothy Nielsen, a man who cyberstalked a 12-year-old for multiple years, until he eventually found out where he lived and turned up to her house, where this clip went viral.
Are you from Oregon?
I am from Oregon.
Oh, you gotta take this guy in.
Why?
He's been harassing my 12-year-old daughter online.
That's how old she is?
Yeah.
You're gonna forbid me? Little children? My name is Ask Little Children.
Oh God,
Oh my God.
the FBI is involved in it, so please.
The FBI? You know what?
All right, hey, stop talking to him. All right, step down here on the street, get off this property. All right, I'll be with you in a second,
Yes,
sir.
thank you.
Yeah. All right, so there's your answer. This girl you've been talking to is 12 years old. You're obviously an adult, so that conversation.
Forbid them not.
Hey,
Forbid them not.
she is 12 years old. That is her parent. He will forbid whatever he chooses. Am I clear on that?
12 is very old. I was looking for a 6-year-old.
And that right there might be honestly one of the most disturbing things I have ever seen a pred actually say in any of these confrontations or arrests. Now, I'm going to explain from the beginning and what led up to this. So, when the child, or the 12-year-old girl in this case, was younger, she had a arts and crafts YouTube channel where she just kind of made whatever kind of videos. Well, Timothy found that channel and started leaving inappropriate comments on her YouTube channel. Now, obviously, the parents noticed this and ended up taking down her channel. But Timothy didn't give up there. He then found her other social medias where he started harassing her and obviously continued with his inappropriate behaviour. He then got in contact with her friends, other members of her family, any person that had some kind of relationship to her, until years later he went from Oregon to Ohio to her area or a little city and was checking every single house to ask if they knew where she lived. Eventually, he found her address, and this is when police showed up, when someone, obviously, who he went to, asked if they knew where a 12-year-old girl was. And obviously, because that's such a weird question, they phoned the police saying that he was going around the neighbourhood to multiple houses asking where this girl was. And then obviously that led up to this video right here. I'll be honest with you guys when I say this dude might be the craziest pred that I've covered on this channel, simply because of the fact that he actually cyberstalked a person for multiple years before finally finding her address and coming to her house to, obviously try to be in a relationship with her. He mumbles on and on throughout this video with the police body cam, going how Jesus is allowing them to be in a relationship and how he has gods on his side and how no one can enter his domain and all this kind of weird stuff. He seems to be messed up in the head or something. Well, obviously, but I mean, like, he's obviously really crazy. Apparently, 5 years ago when this whole incident started, so she would have been about 7, 6 maybe, the FBI got involved because of all the comments and stuff. And later on, Timothy ended up getting in contact with the mother a week prior to this confrontation and obviously just screamed at her about it. This dude is obviously crazy. And I'm not going to be able to show a lot of the footage just because he keeps kind of repeating himself. So what I'll do is just kind of show a part where he said what his name was. Instead of saying Timothy Nielsen, which he says later, he says something else, which is also disturbing. I'm assuming this was his YouTube channel name, maybe. I really don't know. And then also the end bit where he ends up getting arrested.
My name is Ask Little Children.
All right, what's your first name?
My name is Ask Little Children.
Nielsen, I told you I would do you one favor. I did speak with the 12-year-old, and I know while you said that you don't care if they're 6 years old, 12 years old, it's what you feel in your heart. She wants nothing to do with you.
Do you believe it came from her?
I talked to her. I talked to her specifically.
Do you believe it came from her? She wasn't under distress at all?
Well, no, she's not under duress.
How do you know?
Because I was in the house.
How do you know she's not under duress right now?
Okay.
How do you know she's not under duress? Huh?
Put your hands on your back. Put your hands behind me. We're not gonna have you acting up like this.
That's erratic?
Step this way. It doesn't matter. Yours is probably easier to get into.
I've done nothing. I have done nothing.
And as you can see, he was finally arrested after coming somewhat aggressive towards the police officer by yelling at him, even though they obviously relayed a message that should be pretty obvious to get through his head. Now, obviously, as he was being arrested, you can hear him keep saying, "I didn't do nothing, I didn't do nothing," even though he cyberstalked a minor for multiple years and found out where her address was and actually showed up. Mad. And now we're going to talk about what he was actually sentenced to and charged with. And as you can see, he was finally arrested after coming somewhat aggressive towards the police officer by yelling at him, even though they obviously relayed a message that should be pretty obvious to get through his head. Now, obviously, as he was being arrested, you can hear him keep saying, "I didn't do nothing, I didn't do nothing," even though he cyberstalked a minor for multiple years and found out where her address was and actually showed up. Mad. And now we're going to talk about what he was actually sentenced to and charged with. Timothy was charged with menacing by stalking and one count of importuning. On December 22nd, 2022, he was found guilty of both crimes and was sentenced to 4.5 years of prison, followed by 5 years of post-release control, and also must register as a Tier 1X offender. And I pray that he will never harass that 12-year-old again. Now, obviously, he gets out in like 2.5 years, I think. I really hope that girl isn't scarred by this. I couldn't imagine how scary it would be. Not only just as a woman, but as a child in this case. Honestly, mad to have someone cyberstalk you for that long and even find your address somehow. I don't know how he was only sentenced to that. Obviously, American sentencing is different from UK. If it was UK, he probably would have only got a year, but obviously I think he should have been sentenced to a lot more. If FBI was involved as well, that is actually crazy. But yeah, that's all the information I've left to share on Timothy Nielsen, the man who cyberstalked a 12-year-old, or apparently a then 6-year-old or 7-year-old. Madness. Anyway, that's been Joseph the World, and again, remember, if you have any recommendations or suggestions of topics you want me to cover or preds that you want me to talk about, please let me know. Make sure to share the video, comment, like, and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.